Welcome to the new episode of the How To podcast. In today's episode, you will find out how to learn to say no. Many people struggle with saying no. If someone asks you for a favor or a commitment, you may feel obligated to say yes. Remember, just because you can do something does not mean it is required. Work on considering the best ways to say no. Think about things like your personal boundaries and the situation at hand. When saying no, do so in a polite manner that makes your boundaries clear. Work on avoiding guilt after saying no. In today's episode, you will learn that you always have a right to turn down an invitation or refuse a favor. It's okay to make yourself and your mental health a priority. Make sure you listen all the way through. So let's get started.
Tip 1. Give yourself permission to say no. Many people have a knee-jerk reaction to say yes when they're asked to do someone a favor. Keep in mind, you are never required to say yes. It's actually okay to say no sometimes. Accept this as you prepare to say no to someone. This will help you say no with ease. If you never say no, this can have negative consequences. You can enable someone who relies too much on you for favors. You can also burn out on your own end and lose focus. If you say no too often, you may miss out on things that may be good for you. If you're overcommitted to doing things you don't want to do, you won't have much time left for yourself. Make time for the things you really enjoy rather than saying yes as a knee-jerk response. If you, say, agreed to help a friend move all weekend, you may have to turn down an invitation to go on a weekend hiking trip with another group of friends.
Tip 2. Establish your personal boundaries. It's always easier to say no if you have a reason. However, that reason does not have to be concrete. Many people think if they can do something, they should. Your reason for saying no can be a simple matter of your own personal boundaries. Think about what boundaries you have and embrace the fact you're allowed to stay true to them. Consider what you are reasonably able to do and what you actually enjoy doing. You can say no to things that drain you or distract you. You can set specific boundaries regarding what you will and will not agree to do. For example, maybe you value solitude. You can set a boundary that you won't go out 2 nights each weekend. You can use this boundary as a reason for saying no. For instance, I would love to go out with you Saturday, but I have plans Friday. I never go out 2 nights in a row because I get too tired. You can also set boundaries in regard to personal commitments. You can, for example, have a rule that you only volunteer for 2 charity events per month if this is reasonable for you given your schedule.
Tip 3. Be aware of potential persuasion techniques. People often won't take no for an answer. If you say no to someone, they may use persuasion techniques to try and change your mind. Be aware of potential persuasion techniques so you can establish a firm offense. People may try to guilt you into doing something to reciprocate a favor. Remember, just because someone did you a favor does not mean you owe them. Friends do not keep score. People may also ask twice. If you say no to one thing, they may try to get you to agree to a smaller commitment or favor. Remember to be firm. Keep saying no. A person may also try to get you to do something by comparing you to other people. They may say another person agreed to help. You are not that person. You do not have to do something simply because someone else did.
Tip 4. Practice saying no. It may sound silly, but you can actually practice saying no alone. Try standing before a mirror and looking at yourself. Practice giving a firm no to someone so you get comfortable with the words. Many people are nervous about saying no and may say yes due to anxiety. Practicing can help quell some of this anxiety.
Well, that's all for today's episode of How To podcast. Thanks for stopping by. Join again next time for new interesting episodes.